They're off. Along the inside for the early lead is Tina's 2's 1, coming away second. Sycamore Happy on the outside. Racing up his time at third along the rail into the turn is Buff Buff. Tina's 2's 1 takes a 2-length lead. Racing in second to the quarter mile, that's Buff Buff. Sycamore Happy out there, third. Time met racing fourth. In fifth position, Jules Gold racing in sixth as they head off the quarter mile mark. That's J-No Buttons. They went off the quarter in 29 4/5, and now moving up on the outside is Time Met. Time Met on the outside. Tina's 2's 1 along the rail. Racing in third as they go into the clubhouse turn. That's Buff Buff, and taking the hold second was Time Met. The leader by a length and a half is Tina's 2's 1. Time Met racing second. They move by the half-mile pole in 59 1/5 on the way third. Buff Buff racing fourth to the three-quarter-mile pole is Sycamore Happy. In fifth to the corner, that's Jules Gold. It's Tina's 2-1 a length on the outside. Buff Buff gains ground second. Racing in third is Time Met. In fourth to the three-quarters goes Sycamore Happy, racing along the rail fifth. That's Eternally Reed with Jules Gold sixth. The three-quarters, 129 4. Tina's 2's 1, the leader. Buff Buff out there second along the rail. Time Met is third. It's Tina's 2-1, the leader. Buff Buff closing on the outside. That's Buff Buff now taking the lead with Tina's 2's 1 second. Closing ground third through the lane is Jules Gold. That's Buff Buff with Jules Gold on the outside, but it's Buff Buff in front. They're off. Along the inside, Meadow Fury and Karen's Trick for the early lead. Getting off third as they look for position. And drive into that first turn is Abacus Firefox. And around the turn, up on the outside, Karen's Trick to take the early lead. Meadow Fury is second, coming on to be third to the quarter-mile juncture. Steady Nagy Glisten a Lot moves up fourth. They go by the quarter-mile pole in 29 3/5. It's Karen's Trick, the leader. Racing along the inside, Meadow Fury is second. In third, Abacus Firefox. Hung out there, Steady Nagy, followed in fifth position by Glisten a Lot along the rail. Jersey Jaws sixth. Racing in seventh, Melvin's Mistake with Cover to Cover, and Hondo Renvey. Into the half-mile pole, staying out there, Karen's Trick by 2 open lengths. Racing in second, Meadow Fury 2.5 lengths. In third position after a half, that's Abacus Firefox. On the outside, Hondo Renvey moves up 3 wide fourth. Racing in fifth is the Jersey Jaw. In sixth to the three-quarters, Cover to Cover. They move into that turn. The leader is Karen's Trick, a length and a half. Meadow Fury racing second. Abacus Firefox is third, racing in fourth round the turn. Jersey Jaw. They turn for home. Karen's Trick leads a length and a half. Right there, second is Meadow Fury. They're in the lane. Karen's Trick, the leader. Meadow Fury now closing ground on the outside second. That's Meadow Fury moving up on the outside to get that lead. Karen's Trick racing second. That's Meadow Fury in front. Fields on the turn. They're off. Out in the middle of the track, that's Acacia Boy with Dancing Wiper for the early lead. Coming away third as they look for a position goes Barmary Bird, and around the turn, Acacia Boy opens up a 2.5 length lead, racing in second to the quarter-mile juncture. That's Dancing Wiper on the outside, third Barmary Bird. Along the rail, the Texas Ranger. They move in for the quarter. Acacia Boy leads. They move off the quarter-mile pole in 30 and a tick. On the front end, it's Acacia Boy showing the way, racing in second to the 3/8 pole. That's Dancing Wiper on the outside. Hanging there is Tiger Herald. They go into the turn. The leader by a length and a half to the half-mile pole is Acacia Boy. Racing in second position now on the inside. That's Dancing Wiper, and now driving from third, Texas Ranger. Advancing now fourth along the backside, that's Tiger Herald. They move to the 3/4 on the front end. The leader is Acacia Boy. Racing second to the upper turn. On the outside is the Texas Ranger. Down along the rail third, that's Dancing Wiper. In fourth is Tiger Herald, still looking for cover. Into the 3/4-mile pole in 1:30 and 4/5 on a short lead. That's Acacia Boy. On the outside, the Texas Ranger. Down along the rail, Dancing Wiper. They're in the lane. On the outside, that's the Texas Ranger taking command. Racing in second position through this stretch, Acacia Boy. Closing ground third is Our Night. A driving finish. Fields on the turn. They're off. That's Cerro's Hanover for the early lead. Coming away, PT Skipper Rum Jungle out there along the rail. Carries Crash. Into that first turn they go. The early leader is PT Skipper. Racing in second, Cerro's Hanover on the outside. Rum Jungle moves up third along the rail fourth. Carries Crash. Tamutu Lad is fifth. Baker Shaker and Visitor make up the field as they go by the quarter-mile, 30 and 2/5, and Rum Jungle is tucked in fourth. They go to the 3/8, the leader, PT Skipper, a length. Cerro's Hanover Racing, second in third position now. Carries Crash. Tamutu Lad comes on fourth. Along the rail, Rum Jungle is fifth. In sixth, Baker Shaker, Visitor, the trailer. They move to the half-mile pole. The leader a length, PT Skipper. Tamutu Lad hustles up to be second. Cerro's Hanover third. The half in 1, 2, and 4/5. Tamutu Lad on the outside and neck. PT Skipper along the rail is second. Cerro's Hanover saving ground third. Racing in fourth to the 3/4, Baker Shaker. That's PT Skipper on the inside. On the outside, Tamutu Lad. Cerro's Hanover right there third. They go off to 3/4, 1:31. On the front end, the leader 3 parts of a length is PT Skipper. On the outside, Tamutu Lad is second, looking for racing room third. Cerro's Hanover. In the stretch, the leader by a length is PT Skipper. Cerro's Hanover looking to come out on the outside. Baker Shaker. They're 3 to a drive. The judges will examine a photograph of the finish.
4 horses going out for the lead with Colter Valor alongside Fabian Blue Chip, and 3 wide into the turn goes the Brother Jade. And around that first turn, Brother Jade up on the outside to challenge Fabian Blue Chip for the lead. Colter Valor is third, dropping in smartly fourth is Disco Fella. A gap of 5 lengths back to Pier Time in fifth. Off the first quarter, 28-4. Colter Valor out of third and moving up on the outside now to take the lead. Brother Jade in second, racing third is Fabian Blue Chip. Disco Fella is fourth. Pier Time pacing fifth. Chi-Town Nicky is sixth. Going up to be seventh now is X-Ray. Then it's Lake Hills Jeffrey eighth. Accordion has the field in view. They move over to the half mile on the front end. It's Colter Valor taking them by the half in 58-3. Fabian Blue Chip hustles up alongside in second. Disco Fell on the outside third. Brother Jade has had enough in fourth. Chi-Town Nicky coming on to be fifth. In the final 3/8 of a mile, Colter Valor leads 3 parts of the length. Fabian Blue Chip on the outside in second. Brother Jade at the rail third. Chi-Town Nicky 3 deep and into the game. They go by the 3/4 in 1:27-4. Colter Valor a neck. Fabian Blue Chip alongside second. Chi-Town Nicky is third. They're in the stretch now. It's Colter Valor's short lead, but here comes Fabian Blue Chip on the outside. It's Fabian Blue Chip quickly now leading by 4, and he's looking for more. Fabian Blue Chip. Fifth race rundown, 5-6-1, 2-8-3.
Fields on the turn. They're off. Along the inside for the early lead is the State House coming away second. Clever Charm tucking right in there third is Hierarchy, and around the turn they go. The early leader, the State House, Clever Charm is second, Hierarchy third. Mercedes Hanover is fourth, racing in fifth. Elusive Low Bell Elmer Hanover is sixth. Lake Hills Grandpa is seventh, racing 8, Lima Silver. County Lines Fellas ninth and last. They go into the 3/8. The leader is State House up on the outside to challenge. Mercedes Hanover in third. To the half-mile pole goes Clever Charm, racing in fourth position round the turn. The Hierarchy. They go over to the half-mile. It's State House, the leader. On the outside, the challenger second after a half-mile. Mercedes Hanover saving ground third. To the 3/4 is Clever Charm. On the outside, Hierarchy is fourth. Racing in fifth to the upper turn on the wood, Elusive Low Bell. They're double-decked. The leader is the State House, a length. Clever Charm down along the inside. Second, Hierarchy moves 3 wide. Third, between horses now, Mercedes Hanover into the 3/4 on a short lead. The State House on the outside, Hierarchy racing second. Between horses, Mercedes Hanover is third. Along the rail, Clever Charm needs an out fourth. It's State House, the leader. On the outside, the challenger is Hierarchy. They're across the track, coming on now with the rush, Lake Hills Grandpa. They're 5 to a drive. That's a fine start. 5 horses driving out. Between them, turn they go. The early leader, Project Director, racing in second. Okie Time, Shoe Factory Boy third. Racing in fourth, Winner Skip Restrike is fifth. They head off the quarter mile in 29 seconds. The leader, the Project Director on the outside. Shoe Factory Boy second. And now it's Shoe Factory Boy taking the lead with Project Director second. Racing in third to the half-mile mark goes Okie Time. Half is 59 and a fifth. Over to the 3/4, the leader a length, Shoe Factory Boy. On the inside, the Project Director is second. On the outside, under urging, Winner Skip third, racing fourth. Okie Time Restrike comes on fifth. Moving up to be sixth as they go to the 3/4, Lord Rick. They swing around the turn. Off stride in that turn now was Winner Skip. They're off. That's Embrace Me out fast for the early lead. Hothead came away well. On the outside, the chairman of the board. Into that first turn, Embrace Me on the inside. Hothead challenging second. Racing in third and tucking in is chairman of the board. In fourth to the quarter mile, Keystone Marshall Polk. And No Low Bell is fifth. Anxious Robbie, Ring of Light, and Armbro Cadet make up the field as they go off the quarter. 28 and 2. On the front end, the leader by a length is the Hothead. Up on the outside now with an early move, chairman of the board. It's Hothead leading, chairman of the board swoops up on the outside, and it's chairman of the board taking the lead. Hothead racing second. In third round, the turn, Embrace Me racing in fourth. That's Keystone Marshall. Pocono Low Bell moves up sharply fifth. They go off the half-mile, 58 and a fifth. On the front end, the leader by 2 open lengths is chairman of the board. The Hothead racing second. Pocono Low Bell now comes on third. They went to the 3/4. The leader is chairman of the board, pacing on top by 2. On the outside, Pocono Low Bell racing second. Hothead down along the inside third. On the outside, coming on to be fourth, Anxious Robbie, the 3/4, 128 and a fifth. It's chairman of the board holding firm by 2 lengths. On the outside, Pocono Low Bell racing second. In the stretch, chairman of the board's under urging. He's 2.5 on top. The Hothead's closing ground second. It's chairman of the board. Hothead's coming to him on the outside. It's the Hothead picking him up on the outside. Hothead. Feels on the turn. They're off. That's Mr. Valiant for the early lead. Mount Tabor out there. Double Bill along the inside, getting off fourth. Native leader and around the turn, Mr. Valiant the leader. On the outside, Mount Tabor challenging, and now it's Mount Tabor to the top. Mr. Valiant second, Double Bill is third, Native leader fourth, Track Talk, and Kathmandu. They move off the quarter mile, 28 and 2/5. Mr. Valiant draws from second. He's up on the outside to get that lead. Mount Tabor Racing second. Double Bill's underway third. Racing in fourth as they go by the 3/8 pole. That's the native leader. Track Talk is fifth. Kathmandu at the end. Mr. Valiant leads, but up on the outside, Double Bill powers into command and neck. They go off the half mile. 58 seconds, Double Bill leads. On the inside, Mr. Valiant is second, racing in third. That's Mount Tabor. Track Talk comes on fourth. In fifth, native leader underway is Kathmandu from last. Final 3/8 of a mile, Double Bill leads a length and a half. That's Track Talk moving up on the outside to be second. Mr. Valiant is third. They go by the 3/4, 1:27 and 2. They're humming. The leader is Double Bill, 2 on top. Track Talk gains ground second with Kathmandu third. Double Bill's under a drive on the outside. Track Talk. Kathmandu out in the middle of the tracks closing. It's Double Bill. Here comes Kathmandu on the outside. Double Bill, but Kathmandu's picking him up. Kathmandu. They're off. That's Dewhaven Bumper for the early lead. Out in the middle of the track, coming away between horses. Fox Valley Clipper getting off third as they look for position. Goes Taking Sides with Proudfoot Pal along the rail and quickly up to get that length lead now. Fox Valley Clipper racing in second of the 1/4 mile pole. Dewhaven Bumper, he's on the move. As they go by the 1/4 mile, in 30 seconds, it's Dewhaven Bumper, the leader. Fox Valley Clipper is second on the outside. Third, that's Brentwood. Racing in fourth as they go to the club turn. Proudfoot Pal. In fifth is Taking Sides. Barbarous is sixth. On the outside, racing up to be seventh, goes the Belmont Playmaker with Shoeless Joe at the end. Into the half-mile mark, Dewhaven Bumper leads. Racing in second on the inside, rough gated momentarily, was Fox Valley Clipper on the outside third. That's the Brentwood moving up to be fourth to the 3/4 mile pole, Taking Sides. Proudfoot Pal is fifth, underway sixth now on the outside. The Belmont Playmaker, they've got 3/8 of a mile remaining. Staying out there is Dewhaven Bumper. On the outside, racing second round the turn. That's Brentwood down along the rail third as they turn for home. And now in the lane on the front end, Dewhaven Bumper, the leader. Taking Sides is closing ground with Proudfoot Pal on the outside. That's Taking Sides. Proudfoot Pal is closing. Dewhaven Bumper is still there. It's Dewhaven Bumper in front.